Good morning, ladies. I'm hoping live cooperates with me. I just tried to go on a couple minutes ago and it completely fudged on me. So we're gonna try this again. I'm just gonna go through really quick what my routine is for makeup in the summertime. I like to keep it simple. I usually have a little bit of sun on my face in the summer, so I don't like to cover all of that up completely. But I think first we need to address the elephant in the room, and that is this lovely little thing showed up on my face yesterday afternoon. God bless my 40s. It's been amazing, the resurgence of acne. So I have already gone through and I have cleansed my face using Dream Clean and moisturized using my skin therapist and let all that kind of soak in. So we'll give that just about a minute and then I'm going to go in with my primer. So hopefully you guys all have fun plans for today. What are you guys up to? Are you doing cookouts? I'm assuming everyone's going to fireworks. I actually have no plans today, which is a miracle. That never happens, but I am actually probably going to take Timmy out shopping for his birthday. My middle son is turning 14 tomorrow, and he desperately needs shoes, and that's what he's asked for his birthday. So we're going to go buy shoes for his huge size 13 feet. So that's fun. Let's see if we can get through the store without him embarrassing me. It's usually the opposite, right? Parents embarrass their kids. No, not with my kids. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is I have very oily skin. I think I've said that. And I also have, with that, large pores. So I use a couple of different primers. The first thing I like to use is a pore filling or a blurring primer. There's several different kinds that I've used and that I really like. There's Benefit Professional, there's Dr. Brandt's Pores No More. Right now I'm using the Smashbox Pore Minimizing Photo Finish Primer. It comes in a little purple cream. I think I would say Benefit is probably my favorite. This is what I have right now. And really what this does is it is just a very thick cream, and it really doesn't take a whole heck of a lot. Little goes a long way. And what I do is I literally just go in and press this into my skin, trying to fill in all those little bitty pores. I will say that if you use this all over your face or in areas where you don't have large pores, it could ball up on you. And this the Smashbox tends to do that a little bit. But I don't have that problem. I've got plenty of pores for this stuff to go into. So I just literally push it into my skin right where I need it, which is primarily right here along my nose and my chin, a little bit on my forehead and between my eyes. Just kind of massage that in. Fill in all those little bitty holes that the good Lord has blessed me with. The thing about this primer is it makes a very slippery surface. And something I've always struggled with other foundations is that sometimes my foundation will kind of slip and slide over the top of this and it doesn't really stay put. So what I love about the LimeLight primer is it has a little bit of a tack to it. I think it's silicone based too, but the good thing is I can put all of my my blurring primer on first just where I need it, and then I take our First Base Makeup Primer, and instead you can spray it directly on your face, but I like to spray it into my hand, kind of rub it together and pat it on my face. That way I can make sure that I get it everywhere, because with oily skin, again, I struggle with keeping my foundation in place. So, oh, look at this beautiful chubby face. Okay, there we go. We are primed and ready to go. So, with our foundation is wax-based, and I will show you what it looks like. It comes in this little pan. My winter color, my base color, is an olive 1, and that's what this is. In the summertime, I'm probably an olive 2. I am hoping to get some olive 2 or olive 3 in the next, hopefully when it comes back in stock in the next few weeks. But for the purposes of just showing you how this covers, I'm going to use my olive 1 now. And I've got some ways that I can kind of bronze this up and help it match my neck a little bit better. So, because if I just use this, it'll be too bright. But with this, you'll at least be able to see the coverage. Now you can put this on in a couple of different ways. We have our Blenderful Bud, which I think is really good, personally, if you want a really full coverage look. Wet this down, this expands quite a bit. Get it really wet, but really wring it out, and then wrap a towel around it. to wring it out even more. Press it in, or you can even scoop a little out, warm it up on the back of your hand and use that and really push it into your skin. For me in the summer, I don't like as much of a full coverage look. So what I like to do is I've got this little flat top kabuki brush. I got this from Ulta. It's an It brush, It Cosmetics, I believe. I literally just dip it in the pan and put it on. Now, if I want more of like a BB cream effect where it's a little thinner, a little creamier, again, a little less coverage, I will mix it with a moisturizer, or I use my Must Do, which is amazing. So here's what I'll do. It doesn't take much at all. Must Do is just takes a tiny drop. So I will put this on my hand. Woo! That one went flying. Try that again. Technical difficulties first thing in the morning. It's a good thing I have my coffee. Okay, so what I will do first is I'll just dip my brush into that oil. No foundation yet, just dipping the tip of my brush into that oil. And then I'm gonna go into my pan and just dip right there. It's not a whole lot, but you can see already how it's covering my Mount Vesuvius. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of touch up on that one. Hey Tara. How are you this morning? A little bit more. This really is the fastest way to get this on, and I love the coverage. Now, I've tried using this kind of a brush with other foundations, with a liquid foundation. It smears it around, and it's because there's shorter, denser bristles on the brush, or hairs on the brush, and it tends to do a sheerer coverage, but with this foundation being a wax-based foundation, it doesn't do that for me. I actually really love how it blends into my skin. So it really is my favorite way to do it. Just kind of want to blend that down on your neck. Now, for this little mountain here, I don't have my concealer yet, otherwise I would use that, but I'm just going to take my finger, and you can see what coverage that has. So I'm probably, it's not great coverage right now. Once I put powder on it, you'll be able to tell. But I'm not going to blend that brush over the top of it. I'm really just trying to pat this down so people aren't scared when they see me. How about that? So, make sure I have all that blended. Check my other mirror. So that's the foundation. We've got that down. This does not match my neck. I have a much darker tan. I have some red in my neck. Olive is definitely my undertone. And so what I recommend is if you tend to get sun in the summer, if you're an olive, get a 1 and a 3, and then just mix various ranges of those two colors together through the year so you constantly have something that matches your skin. If you never tan, if you never go out in the sun, which is probably a good thing for you, then you probably don't have to worry about doing that. But my skin tone changes throughout the year. So I will have more of my shades on hand so I can do some mixing just on the back of my hand. It's the easiest way to do it. Put it all on and you're good to go. I don't have that right now. So what I do have is Liquid Sunshine. There's the front. There we go. Can we see it? There. Okay. So I tried this yesterday and I loved it. I'm just going to squirt a teeny tiny bit because this is not a self tanner. This is a liquid bronzer, like a lotion. Rub it all over your legs, your arms. It's beautiful. It has a little bit of a sheen in it. So I'll show you how I'll handle that on my face because I don't really want to look like, you know, a golden tin man here. So I am just going to dip my brush into it. It has a golden look, doesn't it? It will get better. Okay. So I am just going to mix this in on my face. Down on my neck. So while I don't want to keep this shine, I like the bronzing of it. Tara, are you guys cooking out today? We are not. I'm going to have 2 stinky boys staying with me tonight though. So I'd say that's due enough. Okay. So there's the foundation. You can see now that I have a little more color on my face. It matches my neck a little more closely. I know I look lovely this morning in my nice fancy autism t-shirt. So, all right, I've got the color I want. Now I'm gonna set it down. Yay, Tara, have a hamburger for me, okay, please? So what I have is I have my little trio here. And what I have in my trio is I have my pressed powder, which is zero pigment in it. It does not leave a white cast on your face. It literally just lays over the color, sets it down, keeps it from looking shiny, and it's amazing. I love this. And then I've got my bronzer, and I've got my blush number 7, which is my ultimate favorite. So I wish you were staying the night with me too, Tara, because I would lock all the boys in downstairs so they can play PlayStation, and you and I could sit by the pool and have lady beverages. I think that sounds like a great 4th of July. So you can apply this powder any way you like. My favorite way is, this is another IT brush. And guys, our brushes right now are preparing to be restocked. And as soon as they are, I'll be using some of those to show you how they work. But I really love using this, this little puff powder brush to just literally pushing the powder into my skin. You can also use the Blenderful Bud, just like I showed you before. Very simple way to do this is you just take the flat side of the Blenderful Bud and you push it into your skin. For those of us with oily skin, this is a great way to ensure you're not going to have shine. And I'm telling you, Mount Vesuvius just does not want to go anywhere today. If I had my concealer, it would look much better. So I have gotten rid of the shine that I got from the Liquid Sunshine, and I just have the bronze color, which is exactly what I wanted. So there's the powder. Now I'm a little more matte, and I don't know if you can see it. Let me get a little bit closer. But now I don't have that golden, literally like I look like one of those subway mimes from New York City that's all gold. I don't look like that. Okay. What I want to do then is just add a little bit of dimension to my face. And I'm not going to go crazy and contour, but I will go into my bronzer. And I've just got this little angled brush. I probably got this at Target, but it's been with me for some time. So I'm, you know, why change it if it works? So I'm just going to put a little more on the crown of my forehead here. Just a little bit on the sides of my face. Down my neck. Okay. Then I'm going to take, I know this is really bright too. Hey Amy, how are you? This is really bright light. It's not the best. I'm sorry, I know you're not getting the best view of what the color looks like, but here you go. All right, so I've got my brush. I'm dipping it into blush 7, and I'm just patting it on my skin. Now you can start to see it. This blush is very pigmented, and I know you're not getting the full view of that with this light, so I'm trying to hold it a little closer so you guys can see. It's also competing with the red of this great big pimple on my face, so there's that. All right. Amy, are you cooking out today? Tara is. And she's gonna leave Kansas and come hang out with me today. So we're gonna leave all the kids in one big pile somewhere watching movies, and we're gonna go have drinks by the pool. So Amy, why don't you join us? Okay, all of my complexion part is done. I've done my foundation, I've done my bronzer, and I've done some blush. That's really all I do. I'm not gonna do a contour or highlight, all that stuff. So next I'm gonna do my brows. They're non-existent right now, ladies. So there's a couple of different ways you can address the brows. If you were in my online party last week, Megan, oh, happy birthday, Gavin. Yay. Good, you're on your way, huh? You can bring Gavin too. We'll just throw him in with all the other kids. There's a couple different ways you can address your brows. On my online party, Megan, who is also, I believe she's a lead beauty guide now, she showed us how to do it using the LimeLight eyeshadows, which I don't have yet. I'm waiting on those. Hope to get them soon. But my go-to right now for eyebrows is I use the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. Looks like this. And this is in the color chocolate. It is, my eyebrows are so light and my hair is so dark right now because you never know what color it's going to be in 2 months. I like to play that little game with my hair. But right now I use chocolate. The challenge I have with using eyeshadow, and I need to play with it more, is that I am not just darkening what I have. I like to make them a little bit bigger. I like to make them wider. I like to make them a little thicker. I don't go all crazy Instagram brow, but I do like to have a little bit more. So I'll just kind of show you how I do that. And I'm going to pick up a mirror down here. But I just kind of start with creating a line, and I keep it light. I don't go crazy with it, but I do extend it a little further towards the inside of my, between my brows. And then I angle it down because what I'm trying to do is find this line here, here, and here. So I just create that base line with my brown. And I'm going to do that on the other side too. And I really find this pencil is just the perfect combination of pigment and waxiness, if that makes any sense. The waxiness kind of keeps it in place, and the pigment actually shows, and I don't have to use so much of this pencil that I run out in a week. So there's the base. You can see the line, and then I just try to create brush strokes from that line to create an eyebrow where one does not currently exist. So I'll just kind of show you what I mean here, and I literally just follow the same strokes that my hair that is there already. And I have my little eraser here, which is lovely. And sometimes I'll kind of do an outline on the top too. Now, I have crazy Slovak brows right now. And I can say that. Well, I guess not Slovak, Slovenian. I can say that because that's my ancestry. So my great-great-grandma in the old country would be proud right now. All right, I'm going to do this side. Try to fill those in too. Oh, good crazy brows. Those are perfect. Okay. Then I'm going to take this beautiful little eraser thing, and this is where it kind of lightens it up in between the brows so it doesn't look so crazy. But it still extends them in a little further than they were before. Okay. I have eyebrows, you guys. I think it is a go. Not perfect, but it'll do. Okay. Can you guys see that? See, they don't look terribly drawn in. They still, you can still see the hair. I'll just kind of go in and fill them. Now this is where the eyeshadow would come in handy for me. I can just kind of fill in rather than draw them in with the rest of the pencil. So yeah, there we go. There's eyebrows. I have eyebrows. Yay. Okay. Thank you, Amy. I don't think they look great, but it'll do. At least I, have something on my face to sort of frame my eyes. So in the summertime, I don't go crazy with eyeshadow. Actually, one of my favorite things to do is just use bronzer. I use bronzer and a little bit of eyeliner to add a little bit of definition around my eyes so I don't look like I just rolled out of bed. So what I'll do for that is take just kind of a little fluffy brush here, dip it into my bronzer, and just kind of plop that in there, blend it in on my eyelid. And this color I will put on my eyelid. Do that on both sides. Amy, I highly doubt your brows are a hot mess. You're gorgeous. You could have crazy Slovak brows and you'd still be beautiful. All right. And then what I did after that is I went into my blush and just kind of went up around where my crease would be if I had one, but I have hooded eyes, so I don't. So there's that. And just kind of blend that out a little bit. So I've got a little bit of dimension on my eye, but it's not outrageous. I've used blush, I've used bronzer. I'll even go underneath my eye. I'll just take this, this is like a little pencil brush. I dip it into the bronzer and just take this under my eye too. We make the best looks when we put makeup on, don't we? So this is not dark at all, but just adds a little bit of something under your eye. Okay, so that's just enough, just a little bit. All right, now we drink the coffee. Oh, I'm only sweet right now because I have coffee. If you had gotten with me a couple of hours ago, it might not have been so sweet. Okay, I am going to then go in with the eyeliner. This is our perfect eyeliner pen. It is a little felt tip. It's very fine. I struggle with eyeliner, ladies. I either use like a kohl pencil, which is fine, but then it just takes up my entire eye line. And again, I have hooded eyes. So when I open my eyes, If my eyeliner is too thick, you can't see any of my eyeshadow. So if I'm doing a shimmer or something I want to be able to pop out, it's gone as soon as I put eyeliner on. Or I could tight line, but then it just makes my eyes look really small. This is perfect. It just creates the tiniest little line along my lash line. It's enough to make my eyes stand out a little bit without having this big bold black across the top of my eyelid. So I'll show you. Actually, I'm going to use a mirror because I don't want to, I know, you don't need to be any closer to that. So, all right. I literally just drag this along the very edge of my lid. I don't know if you can tell. I can tell there's a difference now. There's a little darker definition, and it'll look better once I get my mascara on too. I don't put this on the bottom, I only put it on the top. So you can see it. It does add some definition on the eyes, and I'll do the other side. I have small eyes. If I put eyeliner all the way around, it really tends to close my eyes up. Now there is a way, if you're doing like a smoky kind of eye, that you can only bring it in so far and it'll keep your eyes open and brighter, and we'll maybe do a tutorial on that later. But this is just kind of how I keep it simple. I don't need anything dramatic today. It's gonna be hot. Nobody needs to sweat off any more than we already have to. Okay, so there's eyeliner. Easy peasy, right? Okay, before I do my mascara, I will put on my finishing spray. Some people like to wait till after they put the mascara on. I personally would prefer to do it before. With this mascara, it's not really an issue, but I've noticed with other mascaras, if I put a setting spray on after I put mascara on, it wettens it again, and then I have more of a chance of getting, you know, transfer of the mascara on my eyelid or under my eyes, and who wants that? So this is our 10 years younger makeup finish. I love this, you guys. I've been using this since I got it about a week or two ago, and it really does make a difference. And I have purposefully taken a moment through my work day to just kind of take a look. How's it hanging in there? And it's impressed me. So just take this and maybe do like a X and a plus just to get all of it on your face. And then I will go in with my mascara. So guys, I have really crappy lashes. It just goes along with everything else. Everything else is crappy. Thank you, 40s. Oh, Amy, no. I'm just picturing you with the Amy Winehouse wing liner, and I can't picture that. So we'll try a wing liner later, because I tend to struggle with that. I get one the way I like it, and then I do the other and realize it's a little longer, so I have to go back on this side, and it's just a game no one wants to play. So, but that's funny. That made me laugh. So I just go in with this contraption of death here, known as an eyelash curler. I had some bad experiences with this thing when I was a kid, so I'm always very cautious. Give it a couple squeezes just to get those puppies looking up the way they're supposed to. And then the mascara. Ladies, I love this stuff. It's our perfect mascara. This is a fiber mascara, but is a one-step fiber mascara. If you've ever tried a fiber mascara, and I know that there are other companies out there who do a fiber mascara that take multiple steps, this is one step. You can put as many coats as you want, and it is buildable. And there are little techniques you can use to make it even thicker and longer, depending on the dramatic look that you're going for. I'm going to the grocery store to pick up hot dogs kind of look. So I don't need that. So here we go. Tara, I know, I'm so glad you like it. I've had a few people reach out to tell me they were impressed that it turned out the way it was, because you just never know when you get a fiber, especially if you're someone who wears contacts. You don't want the stuff falling in your eyes. You don't know if halfway through the day you're going to have a bunch of crap underneath your eye, and this stuff does not do that. It doesn't smear. I had the mascara I was using before, and I think I've mentioned this in another live. I was using the L'Oreal Carbon Black. It's beautiful and it's black, but guess what? The first time I have a rough moment and I go to rub my eye, it's like, whoa, I just look like I got punched. Or I've been in a coal mine for the last hour. So, and then trying to wash it off is a nightmare. It's gorgeous when it's fresh. It's awful about an hour later. So this stuff does not do that. So I'm going to shut up now and actually put it on. These lives could be dangerous, ladies. Because I could just talk all day. Can you tell I don't get a whole lot of adult interaction? Okay. Yes, it does come off very easily. I don't have that raccoon look when I wash my mascara off. Okay. I'm so glad I don't have anything in my nose right now, ladies. All right, that's just one coat. I just kind of wiggle it up. Okay, one coat. Do the same on the other side. Can you guys hear the TV in the background? My family is watching other superhero shows. I think I've been inundated by them. Between Captain America and Iron Man and surrounded. Okay, one coat on each side. You can put a little bit on underneath if you like. I need a little something today. And then we will finish up with lips. Okay, that was easy. So what I've done is essentially I've evened up my skin tone. I've evened up my skin tone, put a little bit of color on my eyes, added some eyebrows. The last thing I'm gonna do is lips. You can see I tend to get very dry lips. Thanks, Amy. No, I don't like that spidery look. Then I feel like something's gonna crawl off my face, and yeah, it's not a good look. Some people love it. You know what? You do you. Everybody's got their own look, and makeup is such a personal thing, but I don't like that look. So yeah. Okay, so you can see my lips. God, I struggle sometimes. It really just depends. Sometimes it's what toothpaste I'm using can impact whether my skin stays all the same color or whether I have any drying or peeling. I'm gonna avoid making that any worse, but what I want to do is, because today I'm going to go easy with a lip gloss, I want to even out this tone on my lips. So I'm going to use our Enduring Lip Liner number 1, which is just a nude color. And what this will do will just keep the color of the gloss true. The color of my lips, some of us have really pink lips, can change the tone of a lip color. And I don't really have that, but I have obviously little patchy issues here. So I'm just going to cover this up. And I really do love our lip liner. You can see already that's covered up the discoloration on my lips. I love trying to talk while I'm putting lip stuff on. Isn't that nice? Looks so pretty when I do that. Okay, so there's my lip liner. I am going to use Love. Guys, this is my favorite. And the reason I'm doing this is because I don't want you to be scared of it. It looks very bright red. But when you put it on as a gloss, it has a very sheer nature to it. There you go. See, it's very sheer. It's very, I'm going to bring you in a little bit closer so you can see in a better light. So there you go. It's just enough to add a little bit of shine. My skin tone looks more even. It matches my neck a little bit better. I've at least decided to hide this a little bit. I don't know why I keep pointing it out. I'm totally ruining the whole point of this video. But so anyway, that's it, guys. And this is what I would do on a normal Saturday morning if I'm going to run to the grocery store. Today I'm going to run and spend money on tennis shoes for my gargantuan son, for a cookout, for whatever. This is just my simple weekend look. Honestly, I do this a lot through the week too. I just don't have time to put a lot of effort into makeup. So this is it. So thank you for watching, ladies. Tara and Amy, I'm so glad you guys are on here. If you have questions on anything that I've used, the way I put anything on, any of the products, please let me know. And yes, it is also buildable. So this, you know, the foundation itself, you can make it as opaque as you want. You can make it as full coverage as you want. You can thin it out with an oil. For example, I used now I can't think. I used my Must Do. That's my favorite thing to mix the foundation with. It really does make it more of a sheer look. if that's what you're looking for. And not everybody likes that. A lot of people do like the full coverage, and that's what this foundation will do too. So I just like the versatility of it, because quite frankly, I don't want to have one foundation for this day and one foundation for that day. I can use the same product and make it the way I want it on any given day. Everything's just kind of simple, and instead of completely remaking my face, I'm just kind of enhancing what I have and making the most of that. So yes, thank you ladies for hanging out with me today. If you have any questions, let me know, but I'm so glad I got to chat with you guys. Hope you have a good 4th. Enjoy cookouts and get-togethers, and ladies, I will meet you by the pool this evening. So take care, ladies. Have a great holiday, and we'll talk soon. Bye.